They went to my brother-in-law's house to feed his dogs because he was out of town. They had already done it various times. It wasn't a new thing. And the dogs already knew. They knew him. Well, they passed the gate. It was like one gate to get to the backyard and then another gate to get into the dog area. My husband left my son and my nephew in the truck, got off, went through the first gate, then the second gate. But the first gate, he didn't close it all the way. Well, it closed, but I guess like the dogs
were able to push
it open. So when they passed when he was at the second gate, was feeding them, one of them got out. So he thought, well, the second gate's closed. He's not gonna get out. Well, by the time he knew it, the dog had already ran and jumped on when my son saw him running, he turned around and started running. So when the dog jumped on him, he got him from behind and threw him on the ground. So he ran to get the dog off. By that time, there was another dog on him. And they just kept, one after the other, just kept jumping on top of him. Like he would get one dog off, another one would get on. And he called for my nephew. My nephew picked up my son, put him in the truck, and then they were about to leave. Well, my husband went and put him back in their cage area, and they left, and they took him to the hospital. On the way over there, my husband thought that all his face was gone because he couldn't see any part of his face. He just saw all red and blood and everything. And so then they just went through the surgeries. They had bit like about that much off of his scalp, and they had gone all the way to the bone, to where the piece of scalp that they did recover from that area, it was
useless.
It was useless. It was too wrangled up that they couldn't.
I think that dog bites are common, not just here in El Paso. We see them commonly. Unfortunately, often it's the young children, the toddlers, who end up seeing me. As adults, we tend to get bit on the hands or maybe on the leg or ankle, whereas children, because of their stature, their face is at the dog's face height, and so often their injuries concern the face, which is very disturbing for the child and for the parent. And of course, we all get our identity from our facial features, and so this is very disturbing for the family and for the child when a bite occurs on the face. And again, it's usually toddlers, because their face is there, and also because they love the dog, whether it's theirs or not, and they don't have some of the control things that we've learned over the years ourselves through our own experiences of, oh, I don't know this dog very well, maybe I shouldn't go up and hug it. To them, any dog is a huggable dog, and go up and grab it around the neck or whatever, and the dog may react adversely to that.
Other than the fact that we've had to go through all these surgeries and are still getting over the surgeries, we're almost there. Well, he's recovered pretty well. I think I'm more afraid of dogs now than he is. Like, if we go to the park and there's dogs walking around, he won't get totally afraid of them unless he sees them that they're aggressive looking. Even though that happened, we're still dogs. So I don't know. An animal can turn at any moment.